So this is my art journal for term 1 of grade 12. Let's go through it. Can't wait to show you guys. The book is made out of a bunch of different papers, and then the inside, the outside's like a hardcover. The hardcover is made out of cardboard, and it says "Hinder all away, my wortels is in Africa," which is my roots are in Africa. And that leads me to the theme of this journal. It is my roots are in Africa and exploring that. So if you don't know, I'm from South Africa, and so that's why that's the theme. Here we go. So at the front here, you can see it's like this very scratchy material that's used for making like bags and stuff, usually to do with farming. A lot of that has to do with farming. So this is almost like a symbol of poverty, I want to say. Community as well, a farming community, a community in Africa. It's like scratchy material, as I said, not very grand, not very elegant. I really, really love this. This is a poem of Africa and just the beauty of Africa, especially for the outside world. I really think it's a beautiful poem. I will put it up the screen, the digital version of the poem, so you can read it, and just pause the video and read it because it's absolutely beautiful. This is ethnic patterns from Africa, and I just used the fabric and pasted it here. As you can see, this journal, I really wanted to focus on using some other non-traditional materials, also like recyclable materials, using things and just mix and matching it together. So this is my inspiration page, inspiration collage. Here you can see still a bit of that fabric sticking through. I really wanted to make it like here and there pages this small and this page is bigger and stuff, just to, it's kind of messy and I love it. Here is a bunch of pictures for inspiration. There's an ostrich. I drew some eyelashes there, and if you can see here, these are seeds, pumpkin seeds that I just stuck into this pattern, and then each time I did these seeds I painted white over it, patterns. There's all the countries of Africa, the flags of course, and some patterns and things. This is an actual feather that I picked up. Did not attack the tarantal. What is the tarantal in English? Something with Guinea. I'll put that up as well. I did not attack it. I gently picked it up from the ground. This is then also another page for inspiration. It's brands of South Africa. These are some brands, some products we get here, and this is just a plastic bag, like a shopping bag. Here I have my naturalistic artwork that I had to create for this journal. At the back we have lions, matches, which is another South African brand, and then this is just the packaging of it if you buy it in bulk. I just painted on this packaging, which is on top of another page that's entirely made out of box, because this box is absolutely amazing. This box is some packaging from Takealot. So if you don't know what Takealot is, it's the #1 online shop in South Africa. Now these patterns were on the box, and it's absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of Ndebele houses. If you don't know, go search it up. It's absolutely beautiful. Cultural elements and artworks they put on their walls would just make it beautiful. And then these white pieces I painted in, which is a bit more realistic in comparison to the Ndebele houses. These are safety pins. These have been squashed. But anyways, this is one of my favorite pages. This is my breinkaart, or in English, it's my mind map. Now for a mind map, usually it's a bit boring, so I want to make it a bit more interesting. And how I did this was I took an actual potato bag and used that as a page. Absolutely love that. Then these are potatoes that I cut out of some old paper I found somewhere, and then just all of the things I wanted to mention in my mind map I put on the potatoes, and that was left over there wasn't enough space. I just put some here and there on the yellow as well. So turning the page again, here's the other side of the potato bag. I really love this page. Now this page is another recyclable materials because this is an old calendar. There are some pictures from the calendar and it's lightly showing through December. Then here it's Fauvism, so it's very colorful, not a lot of tonal value, actually none at all. And it's fun. I loved this one. I love creating it. So much fun and kind of a relief as well. Not as much pressure as some other art maybe. Now on here is a lot of texture as well because I used some acrylic medium on here. I pasted paper And then this is chocolate wrappers. Actually, such a good idea is to use chocolate wrappers. You can see in one of the other journals I also did this year. In the coming weeks, I will be posting all 3 of the journals I have already done this year. I am currently working on a 4th one. So if you want to see the others, I will also be posting those. In one of those, I will be pointing out as well, the chocolate wrappers are like a replacement in my eyes for gold leaf, which is very expensive. And not only is it expensive, if you use a chocolate wrapper, you get a free chocolate with. But also it's a lot cheaper and you are recycling, which is always a good thing. Love these colors. There's orange, blue, complementary. I absolutely love it. Then this is the other side of the calendar. So if you see here, this is printed, these images, but these white and gold streaks I added myself with paint to pull to the colors on this page. So if you look at the colors here, a lot of gold, a lot of white pulling the colors. That blue already pulling here and like these areas as well. And then the reds and pinks and stuff also pulling the colors there. So this page is actually, I was having a creative block and I just needed to do something without being pressured or without the fear of perfection. So I just made a mess and this is what came out, and it was never intended to be in this journal, but I just thought let's use it anyways, and I really do love it. So here this just says research, so this is the research section. So my first artist that I researched was Peter Clark. He is a South African artist. This is corrugated cardboard, absolutely love it. This artwork is inspired by his painting called Wind Blowing on the Cape Flats. Then here's just some images of his artworks that I pasted here. And this is some crumpled up paper that I just flattened out and pasted and actually wrote here the information. Then, turning the page here, we have Gerard Sukoto, which is another South African artist. This I love. This is some net that I got from the packaging of fruits or something. Now what I really like about using net, and this is, it's see-through, but it adds a lot of new texture to it. So I would actually recommend doing this, like here as well. There's some writing underneath here, but you can see right through. And then this is like masking tape. There's newspaper, and then this page, these brown pages you will see here and there in this book, is actually also recycled from an old journal. Then here, flipping the page again, George Pemba is another artist I researched, also South African. Now this is newspaper at the back. This is some crinkle paper from like old packaging or gift wrapping. Another one of those pages, white writing, really like the white. And then here's some of his artworks. Now, here's another artwork I had to create. This is Expressionism. I love Expressionism. That's like my forte. That's my comfort zone. I really enjoy doing this one, which is surprising because I do not like oil pastel, and this was made with oil pastel. I also did it really quickly. Absolutely love it. It makes it so much more expressive. You can see, I want to say brush strokes, but it's not brush stroke because it's oil pastel, but I'm just going to use that term. The brush strokes, it's like fast, spontaneous brush strokes, and I really, really like it. I also like the monochrome color scheme here. So this kind of gave me like an island feel. So I used here, this is some tissue paper. So I just like added that with Mod Podge. And then here, this is Christmas crackers that I used. I really liked the patterns on it, and I was like, everyone give your crackers to me after Christmas. And I just took the wrapping, the paper, tore it out into pieces, and this is what was left over. Now this sticker here is from the Elephant National Park, which I visited in January. So I got these stickers specifically for this journal. And then these leaves, these fake leaves, are also kind of recycled from another project I helped my neighbors with. They did a modeling competition for the little girl, and she had to do like a fairy outfit. So I helped them, and we added this, and the leftover of these I just used in this journal. Then this page, we have another artwork. This is also Expressionism. You can see these tags I added is also just cardboard that I cut out box. And then yeah, this bright yellow I love yellow. It's my favorite color. Bright yellow. It's complementary with the purples I used in the skin tone here. Purple, bright yellow, complementary colors, always a good idea. And this blue here, and the blue even on this page, complementary with the skin tone, which is burnt sienna, but it's got an orange undertone. So that's also complementary. Here's some zebra print. And this page is another one of my absolute favorites. I loved it because this whole page is a cereal box. Now this is wheat bix, which is like the #1 cereal in South Africa. So I just used some of that and made a page out of it. And so I painted on here a blue, I believe it's a cheetah in English. Yeah, like that. If it's not a cheetah, I will just like add the right name for it on screen. But right now I think it's a cheetah. Okay, then this is the planning for the final artwork. So the whole purpose of this journal is to kind of prepare and do research, get ideas to create a final artwork. So this is a final sketch, like a sketch, an idea of what my artwork will look like at the end. I will insert an image of what that artwork looks like, but you can also go check it out on my Instagram. I will link that in the description box down below. Then, turning the page, here is another art piece that we had to do. So we had to do abstract. You can see we're experimenting a lot with different mediums, different styles and things. So abstract was one of them. And here at the back, I don't know if you can see that well, but here's also some ideas I had that this was the final selected idea. But here's like that's a globe, and some ideas that I had and that I ended up scratching, or just some other thingies at the back. So I just used this page and then wrote abstract, and then I said I used spray paint and bubble wrap for this page. Now this page is really satisfying. I absolutely love it. I thought that was very like fun to do. Also I used spray paint in my actual artwork, the same colors. I just loved the texture. You can see the texture. You can just see the folds on the bubble wrap, and it's absolutely beautiful. I loved it. Now turning the page again, here we are, the rational. So the rational is just me explaining the message of what my art piece is about, some stuff I used, some colors, the texture, etc. Just explaining everything. Here's more of that ethnic patterns, and then this is the other side, the end of it. And now this, oh, love it. Now here is more of those stickers I was talking about, the addo, and then these flowers are pressed and dried out. But this is from the World Heritage Site, the Baviaanskloof. So yeah, I got these from there and I just dried them out and stuck them on here. So yes, that is the end of my journal flip through. I hope you enjoyed this one. I absolutely do love it. I do think it's very expressive, very out there. It's got a lot of oddly shaped pages, a lot of interesting pages, a lot of different mediums, different things, and I really enjoy that. And I just love using stuff like this potato bag and making that a page. But yes, I hope that you found some inspiration as well watching this, and that you will be forced, let me motivate you to just be creative and use different mediums and different objects and things to create art. But thank you so much for watching, and then as I said, the other videos will be coming for 2 and 3. This was term 1, term 2 and 3. 3 will be coming to you. Stay tuned.